Dobro veche. Divine Pisces, 222. It is Thursday, August 20th, 2020. I'm going to do our union update for today. Clear. Okay? I am really excited. I'm going to be kind of working on a project. I know I mentioned this before with Jupiter finally starting to kind of get it together here. Hopefully we'll have it out in a couple months. Okay. We're going to be talking about these timeline shifts. We're going to be talking about how to protect yourself. We're going to talk about spiritual warfare. We're going to talk about all those things. The main premise right now, and then with the spiritual warfare and stuff and everything that's coming about, actually is perfectly in line with a dream that I had a while back that I actually shared with you guys a couple months ago, I believe it was, talking about this dream I had where it was like there was all this fighting going on around me, and I was in this room and I had to choose my weapon. It was like a pile of swords, and I had to choose a sword. And so I was going through this pile of swords trying to choose the right one. I feel like that's what we're up against right now. Like, we are being pushed to choose our weapon, right? And obviously, in this case, clear, the weapon that we're referencing has to do with your soul, your task, your purpose. What it is that you are arming yourself with in order to move forward. Okay. And I know we say spiritual warfare, but it's reflected in the physical world too. Okay. I try not to be political because, honestly, politics is very polarizing. But we're just going to talk about history, human history, for a second. Okay? What's happening now, really, in the world, especially in the United States right now, has the Bolshevik Revolution written all over it. Okay? If you don't know what the Bolshevik Revolution is, shame on you, number one, or shame on your your teachers. Okay? Number two, look it up. Okay? If you don't know who George Orwell is, look him up. Highly recommend you read the books 1984 and Animal Farm. I also recommend Rules for Radicals by Saul Alinsky. Reading those will help you to understand exactly what it is we are up against right now. The ideology and the methodology and the ideology, really, though, I think that's the main thing. The methodology, though, is very, very important to understand, too. Clear. But also, it's almost like these people, when they wrote these things, they manifested this, especially George Orwell. Okay? Now, George Orwell, for those of you who don't know, was a strategist, kind of, for Marxism, that movement. Saul Alinsky is definitely a Marxist. Very close ties with the Clintons, that kind of thing. So those of you who don't know that, there you go. You're welcome. But I also want to let you guys know that, because I'm saying these things, and I know it's because I'm saying these things, because, YouTube is all about the right narrative. Okay? Clear. Some of the stuff that I'm saying, yes, would be considered off the narrative, right? So I know I'm being shadow banned right now. So those of you who see my videos, share them, please. Share them to people that need to hear these things, all right? Because I'm not going to BS you. Okay? I'm going to tell you exactly what I see. Okay? And as a student of history, I can tell you that everything that's happening right now has happened before. Okay? But on a smaller scale. It's like every time we do this, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay? And so this is it. Okay? So understanding that, and also understanding some of the things, and I know I talked about the Bible before. Also, if you have not read Zechariah Sitchin, especially, I mean, he did a whole series called The Earth Chronicles. But I highly recommend, you don't have to get into all that. Just check out Zecharia Sitchin's Genesis Revisited. There. That'll pretty much explain most of what's happening. Okay? Just like... I really just can't stand by and watch it anymore. Like, it's getting to the point where it makes me physically ill. Like, I can't even watch the news anymore because I know what's happening here. And it makes me sick when I see people actually falling into this trap, you know? And these are the people who come at me like, you know, oh, you don't know. You know, this protects people, yada, yada. It's for our highest good. I'm like, excuse me. I don't need some self-righteous pea-brain puppet in an Oval Office or in a Capitol building or wherever telling me what's good for me. I don't, clear. I don't need that. Do you? Do you? Okay. You want to wear a mask? Fine. Whatever. Don't care. I really am not going to judge you for wearing a mask, but don't sit here and tell me that me not wearing one is endangering someone else. No, it's not. No, it's not. If they're wearing a mask, they're perfectly fine. Leave me alone. Okay? And as far as I'm concerned, the trolls, come at me. I don't give two craps. I don't. Because like I said, I'm at the point where I'm done. Okay? You want to believe your illusions? Go for it. Go for it. Don't pull me into your delusion, though. It's the exact same thing I'm going to tell anybody who tells me that there's something that they're not. Okay? I'm going to tell that to anybody who tells me there's something they're not. All right? Because I will call you out on your crap. Okay? Clear. Mental illness is all over the place. Mental illness is everywhere. All right? It's not necessarily that you're quote-unquote mentally ill, that you need pills, that you need this and this and that. That is your ego fighting against you, okay? I mean, a lot of people don't know their ass from their elbow. They need the government to tell them their ass from their elbow. Do you understand what I'm saying here? And I think it's interesting because Kayla was talking about, Wicked Virgo was talking about yesterday on her collective how, like, this COVID stuff, some of it has been good. Yes, because it's forced people to homeschool, to take their kids out of, like, you know, public school systems, which, as far as I'm concerned, are just re-education camps. They're basically indoctrinating your children. They don't learn actual history. They learn ideology. They learn methodology. Okay, they're they don't learn the actual history because we know that if we learn history, we won't repeat it. But if we don't know history, we are doomed to repeat it. If you don't know your history, you have no future. Do you understand? You're a robot. You're programmed. Okay? And those of us who are awakened to this, awakened to our path, and awakened to moving forward, we call this crap out like we see it without fear. There are some of us that are still afraid. Okay? Don't be afraid to speak what you know is true. Okay? It doesn't matter what people say. People are going to try to silence you. People are going to ridicule you. People are going to tell you you're crazy. People are going to tell you that, you know, you're an extremist, that you're whatever they want to say. Let them say it. Because you know in your heart that you're not. Okay? This has been my entire life. I've always gone against the grain. Always. Why? Because that's what I was called to do. I never fit in anywhere because I didn't fall for people's crap. Never did. Never did. No. Mm-mm. And honestly, when I was a kid, it did bother me. I was like, why doesn't anybody like me? Why can't I fit in? Why, you know, do people not accept me? Yada, yada. It's because they were afraid of me. They were afraid of me. Because I knew what I was about. I didn't blindly follow directions. I asked why all the time because, hey, you're going to tell me to do something, I need to know the reason. Okay? And actually, it's interesting. Yes, Kaylee also mentioned this. A mandate is not a law. Legally, you cannot fine me. You cannot arrest me for not wearing a mask. So no, leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Leave my children alone, for God's sakes. You know, just like live and let live, people. But that's the problem, is you have this hive mind going on right now, where it's like, if you don't believe what we believe, if you don't say what we say, if you don't follow along with the program, we're going to demonize you, and we're going to destroy you. There are people out there whose lives are being destroyed right now because of what they say and what they believe. And if you think it's right to destroy somebody for what they believe and what they do in their private life, get off my channel. Okay? Get off my channel. I don't want you here. Here. Anyway, that being said, I really do feel that specifically what I just said, everything that's happening right now with trying to control everything, that is the masculine energy to a T. That is the masculine energy freaking out. That is the ego freaking out because it's losing control. So it's trying to keep control as much as possible. Okay? You can tell when they get desperate, okay? You can tell when they get desperate, because that's when they start shutting people down. There. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. And I will tell you guys, I am actually going to start up a Patreon too, because YouTube's getting on my nerves because of this censorship shit. So I will be starting a Patreon. I may move over there permanently eventually. I don't know. I'm still going to do videos on YouTube, but like I am so sick and tired of censorship. I mean, this is an illusion that we're free in this country, guys. We are not. This country is owned by other countries. Okay? Basically, you know, we don't have freedom. We don't have it. It's an illusion that we do. The fact that you can lose your home because you don't pay taxes. Hello? Wake up. Hashtag wake up. All right? And the feminine energy, most of the feminine energy right now, this is where you're at. You're done putting up with bullshit. Period. Right? So feminine energy, yeah, after the storm. Mm-hmm. We've already been through our crap. We've been through this crap. We know what we're about. We know what we stand behind. We know Spirit has our back, and you know what? We're done. We're done carrying it for other people. We have weathered our storm, and we're waiting for the rewards. And you know what? We're going to stand tall. And we're going to stand up for what we believe in. Masculine energy, a lot of them are needing to ground right now. Some of them are very, very ungrounded. Some of them, I'm telling you, this split that's about to happen here, some of them are going to be in the darkness. And there are divine feminines who are going to be there too. I'm sorry. I'm going to be straight up honest with you. There are some divine feminines out there who are still obsessing over their divine masculines. Even though their divine masculines are probably pieces of crap. Let them. Okay, you're going to be stuck there. All right. Now, masculine energy, like I said, there's two types of masculines here. Either masculine's going to get his crap together, they're going to get themselves grounded, they're going to get themselves rooted, and they're going to move forward, or they're not, okay? This particular group that I'm picking up on here is needing to ground really bad. Okay? Connecting energy, oh, this is fantastic. Emotional freedom, bingo. So the emotional freedom is really significant because it's like, for how long were you tied emotionally to your counterpart? How long did you feel what they felt? How long did your basically their energy dictate your emotions? This needs to end, basically. You need to break out of that. You need to have your own freedom. You need to be your own person. You're always going to be connected, sure. But don't let somebody else dictate how you feel. You have control over that, not them. Okay? We need freedom from our counterparts. Believe it or not, we need freedom from our counterparts. Okay? Divine Feminine here. Divine Feminine's like, nope, done with the bull crap. I'm moving forward. I'm triggered. I'm moving forward. I'm so done with this. I'm done playing games. No more, no more, no more. Whereas Masculine is like, meh, I feel blah. I don't know what to do. When? Like some of them, they'll get it together. Honestly, they will. Like I really do feel that. I feel that this is like the final push, and they're gonna have to get their crap together. Those who will, it's gonna happen within the next month or so. I'd say like they're gonna say, all right, yeah, screw all of this, like this illusion crap. I don't want anything to do with it. I'm tired of being emotionally manipulated. In this situation, I've got to break myself free. And Divine Feminine is also just kind of like, yeah, I'm done playing games here. Now, some of you are still playing games. Okay, I'm going to be straight up honest with you. Some of you are still playing games with this connection. You're still doing it. Okay. Connecting energies, yeah, King of Wands. So that's what I mean. Like some of you need a strategy here. Some of you have one. Some of you have been feeling this sexual energy, and it's like, I know I always say use it to manifest. It's a fantastic energy to manifest, okay, as long as you're in the right mindset. But some of you are using this to obsess over your counterpart. This is what I mean. Some of you are still stuck in that obsession energy. Okay? And look, there's only so much you can tell somebody. They have to figure it out themselves. I get that, So I'm not going to beat my head up against the wall. I'm just going to let you guys know what the energies are, okay? Let's see. Message from the feminine to the masculine. I remember every detail of that day. Yeah, some of you are still in that obsession energy, guys. Come on. Come on now. Okay. And when we say union, I mean inner union, absolutely. But this can pertain to your counterpart too. Masculine to feminine. Okay. So I'm obsessed with you. I'm still trying to control you. Divine Feminine's like, I'm going to let you control me because I'm obsessed with you. No. You need an equal balance of light and dark, of feminine, masculine, of ego and intuition. You need that balance. Okay? Messages and advice from Source, Illumination, High Priestess of Spirit. So this is huge here. This is huge. This is basically saying my path is illuminated. My spiritual path is illuminated. Your path is being illuminated right now. Everything is being illuminated. All of the truth is coming out. All of the illusions are being shattered. The foundations are being crumbled. And if I triggered you during this reading, fantastic. Great. I did my job. You're welcome. Okay? If this makes you angry, if what I said makes you angry, there's a reason. Maybe you should look into that. Why does it make you angry? Think about it. Okay? Alright, guys. I hope this has helped. If it has, please like, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.